Hey, what's up, guys? Today I've got an RU battle against a guy on the Smogon server. I think he peaked at about number 12, and this was like one of my first games, and I thought it was a pretty good battle. Looking at his team, I see the obvious scarf for his team would probably be Rotom Cut. There's nothing really else in his team that he would want to be scarfed. Maybe Kling Klang, but that's pretty uncommon. I figure Claydol's just going to set up Rock, Spears, Rapid Spinner, basic, Claydol set. It doesn't really do anything else. Spiritomb, I'm looking at probably being a bulky special wall, maybe, and Flareon being a bulky physical wall. But then I see Quillfish, and that's probably going to be a physical wall and set up Toxic Spikes. Generally what it does. So his obvious lead to me looks like it's probably going to be Rotom Cut, but I've put a small amount of I haven't got absolute max speed on my Scarf Rotom Cut. So if he is scarfed timid, then he'll outspeed me, then use Volt Switch, and then I can use Volt Switch on whatever he wants to switch into. So yeah, I'm going to lead with my Rotom, and if he goes into anything else, I should outspeed anything else in his team, and then go to the appropriate check. Looking as Kling Klang is probably going to be the most threatening thing on his team. I'll definitely need to keep Gligar alive. As long as Gligar's alive and at least over 30% health, I can check all forms of Kling Klang, unless it's like a random special variant with like Hidden Power Ice or something. But I'm guessing it's just going to be Shift Gear set. Flareon won't be a problem. Claydol's always easy to deal with. It's a bit overrated in my opinion. Spiritomb, as long as I can get a Toxic on it with Gligar, I should be fine. Quillfish, Gligar can beat, even with its super effective Waterfall. It's not going to do much to the Gligar build I have. And yeah, it's pretty much it. So I'll start the battle. So first turn he leads off with Kling Klang, and I immediately go for the trick because I know it can cripple it if it's a setup variant. Whatever he wants to go onto outside of Rotom doesn't want to get trick the Scarf either, but he chooses to go into Flareon, so that gets dropped with the Scarf, and I immediately know it's probably going to be crippled. So I Volt Switch off that, and he goes for the Wish. I don't really know why. He probably should have just hard switched to show me. I'll probably switch in Lantern, but doesn't really matter. So I'll just Volt Switch off Lantern, even though I do have the Ice Beam on it, but I knew that wouldn't do much. But then I see that he's actually bulky because my Smeargle outspeeds it, and I get the Spore off, and that lets me get 3 rocks up. So Kling Klang comes in. I assume it's going to try set up or put up a sub or something. So I immediately go into Gligar, and I know it can't really hurt me, so I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. Knowing that's going to definitely break the sub, super effective stab. And after he breaks the sub, he knows he can't beat me, so I'm going to U-turn out or Toxic probably, expecting the obvious switch. He goes into Claydol, but the Toxic misses unfortunately. I'll probably just go for it again. I'll U-turn because most of them carry Ice Beam, but he's probably going to go for the Rapid Spin. But I don't really mind not having rocks, because the only thing weak on his team to rocks is Flareon, and that's easily dealt with. So I go into Lantern. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch because I assume he doesn't want to take a Skull besides to get his own rocks up. But I'm just going to go for Volt Switch again because he has no business staying in to Lantern, and whatever he switches into, I can just set the appropriate check for it. So I'm going to Volt Switch, go into Hitmonchan, and I know it's probably going to scare him out because he doesn't want to take the Ice Punch. So I believe I'm probably just going to go for make a double switch here, hopefully. Yeah, into Rotom Cut, and then I'm going to drop a Leaf Storm on this thing, because even if it's bulky, it's not going to like taking it. But it turns out it's like, I think that's banded damage. I'm assuming that's banded, like 70% is massive, because I've got a bit of HP investment in my Rotom. So I'd make a hard switch because I don't want to take another Sucker Punch. But he also double switches himself into Flareon, but I don't know why he went into Flareon, because there's nothing it can do to Gligar. But he does burn me with the Lava Plume. It's not a big deal, because as long as Gligar can break the sub on Kling Klang, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to roost up, keep roosting until I'm at a good hit points, because I really need to be at max, as much HP as I can possibly be to deal with Kling Klang. And he gets a crit here, I believe. If that killed me off there, then the game wouldn't be looking so good. But at the moment, I'm still able to roost off the damage, and he realises this is just getting him nowhere, even with crits. So he's just going to switch out in the Quillfish as I get another roost up. right here, even though I'm max, like near max HP and EV, I don't want to take a water move, so I'm just going to switch out into Rotom Cut, who I know can survive even at 16% because of the HP investment I have, but he just chooses to go for spikes. I'm probably just going to go for a Volt Switch here, expecting the switch into something that's not Claydol, which was Flareon, which crit obviously didn't matter. So I'm going to go into Hitmonchan, sorry, because I know if I go into anything else, he could go onto a Pokemon that can possibly set up on any other Pokemon I have, and if I go to Hitmonchan, it forces him into Quillfish. So I assume he's going to set up another layer of spikes here. Or he double switches instead, goes to Spiritomb, which I don't know why. I think he goes. I assume he'll go for the trick here, but I don't want anything else to be take the band, obviously, because Smeargle's it's just there for setup. Potter, it doesn't really for setup. It doesn't need to do anything else. But I go for the Destiny Bond on the switch, assuming he's going to hit me with like a Pursuit or something. I'm not sure. But he chooses to switch out just to get rid of rocks, and it doesn't really worry me. I'd rather have the switch initiative than have rocks up on the side of the field. So I'm going to Lantern. I'm probably just going to go for a Scald here, I believe, just because I've been Volt switching all game. I don't want to predict it, but he chooses to go into Rotom instead. I go for the Volt Switch here, which is really dumb on my part. If he woke up this turn, that could have just been my Lantern killed off right there. Even though I've realised he's a bulky variant, Leaf Storm is probably going to roll Lantern, but I got a Hitmonchan, but he's fearing the Ice Punch again, which I guess I'll double switch again. I'm playing it smart yet, and going to Rotom and just Volt Switch off Quillfish again. But I think assuming how I've been playing the whole time, he's not fearing the Volt Switch, and he's just making obvious plays. I'm not sure why, especially someone ranked as high as he is, but this gives me 3 turns to hit his Rotom Cut. It doesn't matter if my one dies here, because as long as his one's dead, it's a major defensive pivot on his team gone, and I know that I can deal with the rest of his team accordingly. So I just do as much damage as I can. He Volt Switches off me after waking up. He got a pretty long wake up there, but it doesn't really matter too much. And right here, I guess I'm just going to hard switch because I don't want to be sucker punched. And straight into Smeargle, just as death fodder. But he goes to Shadow Sneak, and this is where I realise he actually doesn't have anything to hit Smeargle with. So I'm guessing he's Trick, Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch, and I don't even know his last move for a Bannon set. I thought he'd have something that he could hit me with, but I guess not. So I just hard switch into Rotom C, expecting his switch, knowing he can't hurt my Smeargle. So right here, I'm going to Hidden Power, expecting him to switch into possibly his Rotom, but he goes into Quillfish, which was risky as hell because I could have easily Volt Switched there and just nearly killed it off. Probably would have killed it off actually. But right there, he probably should have went for the Sucker Punch, but because oh no, I killed it on the switch, didn't I? Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I got a Hitmonchan again off the Volt Switch, knowing the only thing you can send out against it is Quillfish, allowing me to get a free double switch off to get switch initiative and a Lantern. And this he shows the Thunder Wave, which I don't know why he did that, because he knows I've been sending in Lantern to check his Quillfish all game. So he just gave me free recovery. And right now I'm just going for the Skull, because if I get burn on the Quillfish, it's more residual damage on it, or I possibly could get a burn on anything else he chooses to switch in, which is Rotom, and I think I do get the burn here, and I'm amazed it didn't finish it off. I thought it like 13% have a good chance of killing it off, but it doesn't. But right now I'm just going to go on the Smeargle to fodder it. But right here he goes for Pain Split. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously I wouldn't have stayed in with Lantern, even if he Pain Split on something like Hitmonchan or my own one, he wouldn't really be getting much recovery at all. He probably should have just dropped off a Leaf Storm or something. But this way it lets us it's a double down here, and I'm assuming I go back into my Rotom because it's faster than everything on his team, and if he sends that Kling Klang, I can just Volt Switch off it and go straight into Gligar, which I do. And I'm guessing he's just going to go for the Gear Grind here. He shows Return. He probably... Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there. Kling Klang can't do anything until he kills off Gligar, which he probably should have prioritized before everything else. But it gives me a free Roost off when he switches into his Quillfish. And I'm probably just going to switch here back into Rotom, I'm guessing. Oh, Lantern, sorry, yeah. and he goes for another Thunder Wave. I don't know why. It's kind of obvious what I'm going to do here. I'm just playing it safe because at this point I've got the game in the bag still. It's 5-3 now, I believe, and I've got a solid check to everything on his team. But he switches in Claydol on the Scold, which is sort of dumb. Like, he doesn't like he knows I've got Heal Bell. I don't know why he switched the Claydol at just to drop the Toxic off on my Lantern, knowing I can just Heal Bell it off. But I choose just to kill off Claydol instead of just getting rid of the Toxic, because this lets Rotom just finish off the rest of his team pretty much with Volt Switches. He goes for Shift Gear. I'm just going to keep Lantern on and just to keep dropping damage off on the Kling, so it's in Volt Switch range. And this is really his last ditch effort, but even like I'm guessing a +2 attack Kling probably wouldn't even finish off Gligar from the amount it's at. Yeah, at 86% it'd probably do like 60-70%. And I'm just going to sit here Earthquaking, and it's pretty much going to be game from this point because I can just 2-hit the Quillfish. Or we'll just switch out, sorry, obviously because I don't want Gligar to get hurt, but yeah, it's going to be game from this point. I'm just going to Volt Switch to finish off the Quillfish, going back into Gligar. He goes into Kling, and I'll just finish that off with an Earthquake. So that was good game, King Koopa 12. I don't know if he has a channel or anything, because as I said, I just found him on the Smogon server. And thanks for watching my video, PmPBeta. And if you enjoyed my content, be sure to check me out. Leave a like rating, and I'm not really uploading much at the moment, but I will be getting back into it. I'll probably be uploading like standard OU mostly, because it's my favourite TR. It's the only one I believe should really be taken seriously. But cheers, thanks for listening, guys. Peace.